Alright, y'all, so let's jump straight into it. I want you guys to have some knowledge about what I'm going to explain. So let me not waste no time here explaining what I have made for others to use. This is how I personally think about it. This is how I view the market. There's different nuances that I believe make analysis and market discovery something that people should, well, if you're a trader, there's sometimes things you want to actually know because you discover certain things along the way. So each nuance that you find can add or be removed from how you view the market. So I'm going to show you guys mine, and hopefully this is something that you guys can understand and follow along, and it's going to be here for you guys to use. So one of the main things that I go for when I'm looking at the market is displacement. So displacement is an action that isn't caused by anything else other than the true mathematical logic that exists already in the markets, right? We're on a graph, just to say the least. We're on a graph, and there's things happening there. This doesn't mean you throw 1,000 indicators on your chart and say, oh, all these things are telling me this, that, and the third, and it still doesn't work out. So the perception of how people filter out what's true and what's false, that's really the base I'm trying to get to for people, is that you can use a lot of filters, but you can still be wrong, right? So it's just like Snapchat. You can use a lot of filters and still be ugly. It's the same concept. All right, so let's jump straight into the chart, show you guys what I'm working with over here. Let's open this up. So this is Bitcoin on a daily chart, and basically this tool that I built points out where this displacement takes action, or where it takes place. And when it takes place, you can count on it because it's true, right? There's no opinionated strategy derived from this. What happens there when displacement occurs, either to the upside or to the downside, is true. There's no argument, because what causes it literally has no argument. It can't be false. When it happens, it happens. There's no other way it can be wrong. It just can't be wrong. It can't. You can be wrong because of how many filters you apply, which can change your judgment. You can be wrong. But when displacement happens, it's not wrong. It's not false. It's practically impossible to be false. So I want to show you guys an example right here, and I want you guys to take a look and understand this. The market here, we have a displacement to the downside here. Okay. Let's mark this up here, this area here. Displacement happened here and slightly below at the same time. So you have this area here. Let me go ahead and draw an arrow there. But you see it happened here and here, right? So if it didn't happen over here, right, there's nothing here telling you that it's changed, like price is going up, because we have an opposing displacement moving price to the upside. That has not occurred in this area. It occurred here and here and here and here and here and here. Now, when it happens, you have to really understand what side of the market you need to be on. Because as you can see here, sure, we could hit a low point. We can hit a low point, right? But does that mean we're going up all the way? No, absolutely not. because it hasn't showed up yet, right? So what's really happening is, let me see if I can mark this up here. We have it here, we have it here, we have it here. We have an opposing here, but this opposing failed. That's ugly. This opposing bullish displacement failed. It couldn't break past towards the last reference point. That shows, right? So I'm trying to drive it home that what you're looking at on this chart is more math than anything, right? Because of where it happens, how much it happens, and how it's potentially going to unfold after it has happened, right? It's an occurrence when it happens. So it's important to understand when it does happen what's really going on, right? And this is just one chart. Let's say I'm looking at futures, right? These are more volatile asset classes. So when you're looking at a more volatile asset class, let's go to the 30-minute. When you're looking at a more volatile asset class, right, the type of moves you want to look for have to be structured, right? They have to be structured. So in order for you to have some type of structure, you need to know what's going on. But you also need to know what caused what's going on. You see the difference there? You have to know what is causing whatever to happen. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? The timing of when it happens is also key as well. But we'll get to that. Let me break down a little bit more about what it is, right? So like I said, it's not just an indicator, it's a framework that you're working in when the truth is happening. Because like I said, displacement can't be false. When it happens, it's true in either direction that it happens in. Okay, so you're measuring and you're not guessing. That's another key component, right? We're not guessing. It's measuring real math in real time. Okay, the second part to this, in a sense, is that it's an epistemic framework because it reveals what's knowable. Epistemology is the study of how we know what we know. The script translates that into trading. The script is basically reading, this is what I know is happening at this very moment, right? It's just like you telling yourself, I know I'm alive. You're very conscious of yourself knowing that you're alive, right? So that doesn't change until you're not. Okay, so same thing applies on the chart. The market can change from one direction, stop, and go to another, or go in another direction in an opposing way because of displacement in the opposing direction, right? Instead of believing what price might do, this is going to allow you to know what the market just revealed through measurable imbalance. So I made these delta symbols that basically represent the imbalances, right? You can see that on the chart right here, these imbalances. So when price is turning around or it's hit a key level, displacement happens, it takes price in the opposite direction. It can happen pretty fast, so you have to really be on your toes, right? It can happen very fast and you need to be prepared. But that's what you want. You want price to be moving fast. You don't want stagnant. You don't want things to just be moving just slow. It's the worst shit ever. Right, so in another video, I'm going to cover more about this, but this is just a glimpse of what I've made. I'm going to leave the link to this on or below somewhere, where I'm going to upload this video, probably YouTube. But essentially, this is a mathematical way of trading. Notice I don't have 1,000 things on my chart. I don't even have 10 things on my chart. Why is that? Why don't I need 10 things on my chart? Because I'm working with the truth. Now, I can still lose trades. Obviously. Right? But it's how I follow the market using this. If you follow it and you have proper risk, you'll be fine. You don't follow it, you ignore it, you ignore proper risk management, you're just asking to lose. So I'm going to make another video going into way more detail. This is kind of just a dry run so I can get some content, test everything out. But I definitely will be posting more content and allowing these signals to be generated through my Discord, and so other people can take advantage of these setups. They happen everywhere. It happens everywhere. I can go through many charts. So I will be doing that. Hopefully you guys stay tuned, lock in. The indicator's free. I want people to use it, but more importantly, I want to educate people on what it really is, because there's so much bullshit out there that it's time for people to really understand. So lock in. Options Wave is on the come up platform that we're building. I'm excited for it. So I'll be showing you guys some of that in the future. So lock in. Hopefully you guys take this, use it, ask questions, plenty of questions. Don't mind questions. And stick around. You guys will see some more great things to come. Let's go.